Okay, so I'm sure some people watching are gonna say something along the lines of, but to Threer, you already talked about Super Spy Ryan at the end of the last Ryan game review. Didn't you say there wasn't enough content in the game to justify it getting its own review? What changed? Well, I was actually waiting for another big Ryan game to release. I'm still waiting for another big Ryan game to release. But man, it's been so long since I last talked about one of these games. So today, I'm taking a look at Super Spy Ryan anyways, to see if this Ryan mobile game can possibly be any better than the ones made for other platforms. And there may actually be a lot more here than I initially thought. But to start things off, what is Super Spy Ryan? Super Spy Ryan is yet another addition to the Ryan's World empire. The game was released in April of 2022 and was developed by Sunlight Entertainment and Amazon Mobile. And that's because the game Super Spy Ryan was actually based on a 30-minute Amazon special of the same name. Now, something interesting to note is that the Amazon short aired in late 2020, with the mobile game following nearly 2 years later. Its late release seems pretty odd to say the least. Maybe it was made as a way to advertise the short and give it a second wind? I'm really not sure. They even came out with a ton of official Ryan's World toys based off the short, like surprise eggs, play sets, fake Legos, and even a
Gobsmack's RWG-03B Ryan's World Big Mouth Carry Case.
multi. It's so strange to see that so much stuff came out of this branch of the Ryan's World brand. The whole franchise really encompasses every type of popular thing you could imagine. Hey kid, you like Mario Kart? Well, now you can race with Ryan! Do you like superpowers? Here's Red Titan. Want spies? Hey look, it's Super Spy Ryan, my hero. At this point, you never have to look for anything new because why would you want to watch this? We have some Ryan videos here. Go watch that! Why is a grown man grunting and making weird noises instead of just getting Ryan? Was he just not there that day to record some lines? Ooh, look, Ryan has an Instagram.
We escaped. One of our favorite thing to do together is trying out different escape rooms.
My son loved Ryan's World, and usually I'm okay with him watching it. But after the video of Ryan mocking his parents, my son has stopped mocking me, including when he's in the process of getting in trouble or getting a spanking. He thinks it's a joke because of the video, but it's not, and it's hindering my parenting. Please be more aware of the videos you create. Usually I'm not the type of Karen. I'm actually the most relaxed parent, but it's gone in the way of punishment, and this isn't okay.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna play the game now. The first thing you see upon opening the game is the user's agreement asking if you want to join Jeff Bezos in entering Combo Panda's free gift card giveaway. Hey Combo Crew! Combo Panda is back! And to join the giveaway, all you have to do is give me your address, favorite candy bar, and favorite brand of white van. Then we get to take a look at this surprisingly well-animated opening cutscene. A cutscene that looks way better than any of the ones in Ryan's Rescue Squad. This is actually because the animation here was taken directly from the Amazon special. I mean, might as well since the animation was already done. Now we get to make our way to the tutorial. In this game, you play as Ryan. I don't wanna be Ryan. Well, luckily, you don't have to. There are actually another 6 characters you could choose from, with 5 of which being easily unlockable at the beginning of the game. I'm just gonna use Ryan for now.
Awesome.
They literally stole this sound effect from Race with Ryan itself, a game that came out in 2019. That's nearly 4 years ago now. Don't you think his voice might have gotten a little different?
Hey guys!
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, whatever. Let's just get into the game. Generally, the gameplay seems to be a combination of 2 games I'm already familiar with. Brawl Stars in its general gameplay loop, and Piggy Hunt in terms of its presentation. Yep, never thought I'd be bringing up this game again. The 3 versus 3 battles, elements of the combat, and the little starting animation is what gives me the Brawl Stars vibes. But the actual visual style and opening of the toy vaults remind me heavily of the item searching from Piggy Hunt. The goal of the gameplay seems to be pretty original though. You have 3 minutes for your team to collect 50 toys. And if you can hold that lead for more than 10 seconds, your team wins. There's also a free-for-all game mode where you compete against 3 other players to get 40 toys on your own. There's quite a number of ways to get the toys. You could find them scattered on the ground, you can hit other players and collect the toys they drop, and you can collect them from these vaults and or spaceships depending on what map you happen to be playing on. Then there's the fastest but most difficult method. Around the maps, there are these robot guys patrolling the area. The robots are susceptible to everything a player is, so you can dash away from them or use your attacking ability to stun them. But if they catch you, every single toy you've collected over the course of the match ends up on the ground for anyone to pick up. You then respawn back on your side, forcing you to run towards your toys, hoping that no one on the opposite team happened to be in the area. These are known as toy drops, and it isn't uncommon for at least one of these to happen per game. But the robots aren't the only way to cause a toy drop, as every once in a while, my man Pack Rat himself appears. Remember when he tortured our friends? Good times. Every couple seconds he creates this purple void around him, and those purple voids automatically make anyone in them drop their full inventory. Even if you're just using the vaults to collect toys though, it's still really easy to get a ton of toys very quickly. But it's equally as easy to lose everything to a robot if you're not careful. While there are 2 game modes available, you can only play 1 map on each game mode at any given time, but they do seem to switch out quite often. Yet there's no way to select them, strangely enough. There's also a local multiplayer option, but kids aren't allowed to play it. It's for parents only. To prove that you're an adult, you have to answer some really basic multiplication, the same type of math that the preschoolers playing this game are probably learning about right now. So I'm not sure who exactly you think you're fooling, game. For pretty much my entire experience, the game was incredibly easy. For the longest time, I was genuinely not sure if I was playing against bots or literal children. On one hand, it usually looks believable that you're playing with humans, but sometimes the players act like they're straight up running on an algorithm. And with the computer-generated names, you can't even use people's usernames as a reference point. But after testing it out myself, I've come to the conclusion that the players you fight against are in fact real people, as the game prevents you from playing when you can't connect to the servers. So all the bot level gameplay is actually coming from the average Ryan's World fan. It doesn't help that the team balancing is practically non-existent. Sometimes I even held 100% of the toys for my entire team. I'm still really not sure if there's any sort of skill-based matchmaking, as I was able to play against decent players every once in a while. There are some other serious fundamental flaws that can make or break the game, depending on whether or not you have fun with these mechanics. The way you make all in-game progress depends on how much of a contribution you made to your victory. If you collect all the toys, you get all the rewards. But it doesn't matter how many you collected over the course of the game, it only checks how many you have at the end of things. And because of how this system works, you can actively sabotage people by attacking them at the very end, taking away points from your opponents after you've already won. Not to mention, you could lure people into traps and get them hit by the robots, where you could just steal everything from them. However, we haven't even gotten into the worst problem that this game has. That being, the scummy use of microtransactions and a battle pass, called the Season Pass in this game. That's how you know it's original. I get that it's a free game and the devs need money, but there's just something that feels wrong about seeing a game made for literal babies have such obvious monetization practices, with this glowing box surrounding the battle pass to remind the little kiddies about what they're missing out on. But this doesn't even scratch the surface of the most devious, borderline criminal thing that this game has done. They made the skin for Gus the Gummy Gator unlock at level 25! Level 25! That means that if I ever want to see my precious Gummy Gus skin, I'll have to spend hours of my life playing this game in order to unlock it. Now, let it be known, I did get Gus in the end, because I'm a real gamer. However, I didn't use him anyway, because the character isn't good. The character balancing in this game is actually pretty interesting at first glance. Each character gets different stats, some objectively better than others. Then the characters with worse stats get bonuses in terms of their abilities. The abilities range from as useful as dash away from enemies to as useless as be able to see Peck when he goes invisible. The only way that this ability is remotely useful is if your opponent happens to be playing Peck and you happen to be in the area and your abilities are cooled down and you could use it and see him, which doesn't even automatically give you power over him, as the rest of your team still can't see him. But the funniest thing of all is that Ryan is objectively the best character in this game. Him and the furry are pretty comparable when it comes to stats, but each of Ryan's two abilities are universally important mechanics. Ryan gets the ability to dash, which, if executed well, allows you to escape from a good amount of bad situations, like traps, robots, and even pack rats attacks. But he also gets a water balloon that can stun opponents while also making them drop 3 toys. It's a pretty standard variant of the ability, and the range isn't all too great, but when paired with the dash, it easily allows you to perform hit and runs. I suppose it only makes sense that the title character is the best one in the game, since I'm sure most Ryan's World fans would rather play as Ryan than Gus, Peck, or the furry. The game itself actually ran quite well. The frame rate was consistent, the servers never crashed mid-game, and I never really experienced high ping. But the game did suffer from one glitch every once in a while. When trying to load into a server, the game would soft lock, forcing me to have to close the game and reopen it. But thankfully, it wasn't enough to ruin the experience. Thank God I could still play Super Spy Ryan in peace. If I go more than 10 minutes without playing it, then some weird things happen to me. Wait, how long has it been since I've last played the game? Oh. I've been trying to take things day to day, but I can't forget the time we spent together, the pain he caused me, and yet, I can't help but think fondly of him, the good times, but still, I never want to see him again. Maybe just one more toy. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terror's Toys Reviews. And in today's episode, we're gonna be looking at the Ryan treasure chest. More specifically, Captain Ryan's micro mystery. Yay! I love Ryan! Now, as you can see with this box, it is a Target exclusive. I bought this on Amazon. Now let's open our box. Oh, wrong knife. Wow, look how happy he is. Okay, so now it's time to open our box. I love boxes. I love Ryan. I love Ryan box. Oh my God! Inside the box is toys. Okay, time to open the toys. Wow, it's a sword. Mystery Putty! Yay! I love Mystery Putty! Yay! I love playing with Mystery Putty! Yeah! This toy sucks. Okay, so now we're opening up this thing. Seriously, what is this? What do you do with this? Oh! here is the ship. It's just a ship. Now it's time to play with our toys. Okay, who do you guys think's gonna win? The knife or the sword? Okay, so I think the knife won that round. Okay, let's play with more toys! My name's Ryan, I'm on the ship! Oh no! What's that? Did I seriously already break it?
I am Piggy Hunt's lawyer. I am going to sue you for crimes.
Oh no! I don't like crimes. They're not good. Now let's play with our mystery putty! Yay! More toys! More! I love toys. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Remember to like and hit the bell for more wonderful content. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what just happened. I better get back to talking about Super Spy Ryan so I don't have to spend more of my money opening his toys. There's actually a surprising amount of stuff to talk about regarding this game. While it's simple on the surface, there's a lot of depth to go in with the gameplay experience. In the last video, I described Super Spy Ryan as a mediocre mobile game, but in hindsight, I believe that I was sorely mistaken. Super Spy Ryan is actually surprisingly well put together, with a gameplay loop that could have been done really well if more replayability was thought of while working on the game. There was clearly more of an effort put into having characters and costumes, rather than making sure the game has more levels, as only 2 are playable at any given time. If they just put more work into continuous updates and content improvements, they probably could have turned this into something. But instead, it's probably gonna end up having the same sort of fate as Piggy Hunt. Forgotten and left to rot, which is actually pretty unfortunate. This game was much better than the mediocrity that was Race with Ryan, or the boredom-induced unenjoyment that Ryan's Rescue Squad was, but in some ways that might even make it worse. With the other 2, you don't go in expecting anything even remotely close to interesting, so seeing the groundwork for a decent game makes it all the more confusing. Surely at least one person on this project was passionate about working on it. I'm sure Super Spy Ryan will be forgotten as soon as you click off this video. It won't be remembered as a travesty or as a goofy platformer with half-assed mechanics. It will simply cease to exist. I highly suggest playing Brawl Stars if you found anything I mentioned in this video to be remotely interesting. But as for the case of Super Spy Ryan, sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. Goodbye.